is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I just came back from vacation and I have some great news. While I was on vacation, I was actually approved for the Wyndham Rewards Earner Business Credit Card. They actually approved me on my birthday, and that was an amazing surprise. So in this video, we are going to be doing an unboxing of the Wyndham Rewards Earner Business Credit Card. I'm going to be talking about what my credit profile looked like, what my credit score looked like, what my experience was when I applied for this credit card. I will be talking about what information I needed to provide and what information was brought to me. So let's get right into the video and talk about it. All right, so let's get started on the unboxing of the Wyndham Rewards Earner Business Credit Card. I actually received a $1,000 credit limit. As you can see right there, $1,000 credit limit and a $200 cash credit line. I won't be using that, but I was approved for $1,000. And as you can see right there, August 20th, 2022, that's when I was approved for this card. That was my birthday. I was actually heading to bed and I received an email probably around 9:30, and just seeing that you were approved, that was probably the best birthday gift that I can possibly imagine. Just knowing that I got approved for this credit card. So your card will be attached to this paper that you will be receiving from Barclays, which pretty much just shows your information at the top, how to activate your card, and your card will be attached to this paper right here. I'm going to be showing you the card right now. I'm just going to take it off. And this is the Wyndham Rewards Earner Business Credit Card. This is an absolute beauty. So this card looks like it has some famous structures and buildings on it. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's a really beautiful card. It is plastic and the numbers are in the front, so that's why I'm just covering it. But this is a really nice credit card. As I mentioned earlier before, I was approved only for a $1,000 credit limit. I did not expect to receive a higher credit limit just because of the data points of other people applying for this card as well. You will hear people getting approved for around $500 to $1,000. And I received that $1,000 approval. So when I applied for the Wyndham Earner Rewards Business Credit Card, I was initially denied. I received that 7 to 10 day message. You will receive that letter in the mail, but I went ahead and called Barclays reconsideration line, and they informed me that I would have to send in a 4506T form, which is basically to verify the income that I stated on the application. I then received this letter a few days later, which they were asking for that 4506T form. So I actually had to go on the irs.gov website and print out that form, sign it, and send it off. But they did want to verify my business income. So I applied for this card, I believe, on the 10th of August. And a few days later, I believe on the 12th, is when I actually submitted that 4056T form. But that wasn't the only form that I submitted. Because I was reading a lot of data points on what Barclays asks for, I decided to also send in a copy of my driver's license, my social security number, like my card, front and back of both, and I actually submitted 6 months of business bank statements to prove the income of my business. And I submitted that with the 4506T form together. They didn't ask for it, but I just wanted to make sure that if they did in fact ask for it, that they would already have that in hand. I didn't want any other questions or any other information to submit. So I just submitted that in one package with USPS. A few days later, I decided to call them up because they did in fact receive my information, and they put me through a specialist. A specialist is the person that just kind of looks through your application. They look through your credit, your income, everything that you've stated on the application to determine if you will receive a soft approval. After I spoke with the specialist, who then put me on a brief hold for probably about 5 minutes, he's the one that kind of did a soft approval on my application. He basically went over my entire application and determined if I was headed for an approval. So he told me to call back within 3 days to see if the other department was receiving my paperwork, my physical copy that I sent in. They were the ones to receive that paperwork, and he told me to just call back in 3 days and I will have my decision. And then I believe I applied on the 17th, and within 3 days, August 20th, is when I received an email with my approval. All right, for those who are wondering, what was my credit score when I applied? So since I applied August 10th, I'm going to go into the Wyndham credit card app, and they will actually provide you with your FICO score. Right now, my FICO score at the time of when I applied, since I applied the 10th of August, was at a 763. My credit score was 763. Now I'm going to head over to Credit Karma to show you guys how my credit profile looked when I applied for this business credit card. So my payment history is 100%. I have never been late on a payment with any of my credit cards. My utilization was at 6% when I applied for this credit card. I had 0 derogatory marks, and my credit age was 1 year and 11 months, not even 2 years. My total accounts were 11. I have a total of 11 personal accounts, both open and closed combined. And I had 6 hard inquiries when I applied for this credit card. Barclays has only pulled my TransUnion credit report. Only TransUnion. I was at a 763 and my credit profile was pretty much clean. This is what they like to see. What was weird to me was that even though I received that email that stating that I was approved, I did receive another paper from Barclays stating they want my driver's license, front and back, social security, front and back, and a current original utility bill or bank statement with your name and address. So, just like I said earlier, I knew that Barclays was going to be asking for this information, so that's why I sent it off way in advance with the 4506T form, because from data points, they always seem to ask for that type of information. To be honest with you guys, this business credit card wasn't so difficult to obtain, but I've heard horror stories of how Barclays makes it very hard for people to get approved for this business credit card. But from the research that I've done, I already knew what they were going to be asking for. So I just submitted all that paperwork together, sent it off, and that was it. They didn't even ask for my driver's license, my social security number, bank statements, but I sent all that in prior because I knew that they were going to. But if you take my advice and submit all that paperwork together, even if they didn't even ask for it, you too can also receive that approval as well. And quicker, because you wouldn't have to submit paperwork later on when they ask for it. It's quick and it's efficient if you just send all that paperwork in one shot. So how hard is it to get approved for this card? Do you need to have a legitimate business in order to get approved? I am a sole proprietor. I do not have an LLC. I am not an LLC, and I was still able to get approved as a sole proprietor. You don't need to have a brick and mortar business or, an LLC making tons of money. All you would need to do is just, have a little bit of income, the income that you provide on the application, as well as your own personal income, because that will determine what your credit limit will be as well. Now, the reason why I applied for the Wyndham Rewards Earner Business Credit Card was because of the top tier status matches with multiple hotel chains. You are basically having top tier status with multiple hotel chains around the world. This card only has a $95 annual fee, but you also receive 15,000 bonus points every anniversary year. So this card pretty much pays for itself. This business credit card is perfect for those who love those nice room upgrades, complimentary parking, and even zero resort fees. And that is exactly why I applied for this business credit card, because of all the benefits and perks that this card offers. Even though I got approved for $1,000 on this business credit card, I can expect it to go higher as this credit card ages and as I continue to utilize it. Alright guys, so this wraps it up. I hope you guys found this video informative and beneficial. I know I'm going to be taking advantage of this card, and I hope this information and this card, if you're going to be applying for it, benefits you as well. Well, I'll catch you guys on the following video. See you all later. Peace.